Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I just came out of a massage. Before I went into the massage, the therapist asked me if I had any discomfort. And I said to her, I'm like, yeah, actually my shoulders are really, really tight because I'm a graphic designer, I'm always at my desk. So my shoulders are super tight, but I've actually got, I said, I've just started to get like a bit of a pain on the left side in my back, like a bit of a pain. It's like slightly uncomfortable. I guess, yeah, these kind of discomforts have been there for a couple of months. Sometimes they're really painful, but I can kind of like put up with them. It's pretty fine, but that's where I'm feeling uncomfortable. And then in the session just then, she really focused on those areas, and where I said I was uncomfortable in the left there in my back, it was actually a huge knot. And now I've never had a knot before, so I didn't know. So this therapist drove her thumb, her elbow, her entire body, all of her strength into this knot for so fucking long. It was so uncomfortable. It was killing me. Literally, I'm like, am I gonna cry? And it just got me thinking about life and just kind of living in slight discomfort, kind of always being slightly uncomfortable. Some days it's worse, some days it's better than others, but just like kind of always maybe being a little bit maybe unhappy or uncomfortable or a little bit anxious. I know for a fact that was me for quite a few years. And you can always just kind of live in that place. To actually get out of that place of just always living slightly uncomfortably, you have to go really fucking deep, and it really, really fucking hurts to release that knot that's inside of you, whatever those emotions are, whatever's happened to you that you're still holding on to. You can kind of just always get by, but if you actually want the freedom, you have to go deep, and you're probably going to cry. So that was definitely my story. So, you know, comparing it to my back, like I didn't really, it's uncomfortable and there was a sharp pain, but I'm like, yeah, I can kind of live with it. I kind of compare that to how I was feeling for the last few years. Like I was feeling like slightly uncomfortable. Like some days I'd be more anxious than others, and my heart would feel I'd feel so insecure, and my heart would feel so tight, and some days I'd have to remind myself to take a deep breath and breathe. But you can always kind of like live in that place, and you can kind of just mask it and not really deal with it. But when I started having those sessions with Tom, and we started to like dig deep into what I was actually thinking about myself, and that I was, you know, really insecure, and to let these these beliefs and these stories around myself that I'm not a big player, I'm not an extrovert, all these things, like judging myself, comparing myself, like to dig deep into those stories that I've held on for so long. Seriously, I cried really big tears, and they really, really hurt. It really hurt to realize that I was shitting on myself, that I was like stuck in a negative thought process constantly. Like you can live in that space, but it's pretty shitty, and then to let that stuff go was really, really hard. And just like that masseuse just then, like every time I thought that I'm like, okay, that's enough now, that really fucking hurts, she really went deeper. She put her thumb in more and her elbow in more. And I'm just like, oh my God, but you have to go deeper. You have to keep going until it's actually, truly, genuinely at your core released. And then from there, complete freedom. But you have to go deep, to be honest with yourself about what you really need to do to let that stuff go, so that you can be completely free and you can walk around weightless and not slightly uncomfortable, but just totally fucking happy. It is totally achievable for you. It really is, because it is for me, and we are the same. Whatever you're attracted to in my videos is what is in you. You're attracted to me because the stuff that you're seeing in me is in you. So seriously, start working on those knots. Be honest with yourself. Be ready to deal with your pain, because you know what? It's uncomfortable to be in a place every day, but to really deal with the shit that's holding you back, the stories that you hold on to, the stuff that's probably not true, really, you can do anything and you can be anything, but you have to deal with the stuff, and you have to be willing to go through some pain to get there. And I promise you, the other side is fucking amazing. You will feel so loose, so free, so it's fucking heaven. I really want you to feel that. So yeah, get ready to drive some elbows into those knots and feel that pain. It's so worth it, guys. And you can totally do it. Think about that.